Balthazar versus J3king and Reaper, and they're going to be rocking the Rayman and that beautiful, beautiful Synthwave Battle Pass Season 2 Val versus the Ulgrim and Zul.
So character pick wise in current meta, I gotta give it to J3king and Reaper. We've seen some good Val play. We've also seen some good Rayman play. I want to give a special shout out to Blue Guys for one of the few Raymans we still see in any tournament ever. But I'm looking at Reaper and J3king. I'm seeing the cannon, I'm seeing the axe, I'm seeing the lance. But of course, you look at the PR, the track record, everything that Fiend and Balthazar have going for them as players outside of the character picks.
Oh, and so far, I mean, game one, not looking super hot for the blue team right now. They have a huge damage deficit. Reaper looking to see if he can get, you know, some good cannon goodness, but gets his weapon taken away from him. That Sair, I mean, he just didn't, it didn't seem like it KO'd outright. It just looked like he didn't try to recover, maybe didn't have his recovery or didn't have the jumps and just said, you know what, I'm not going to waste the time so he can reconvene with his partner. Oh my God, Fiend is destroying J3king. Like it, you're gone.
Oh no. The tone of your voice didn't quite adequately happen because he hit like 3 hits and it was like, yeah, he's kind of destroying him. And all of a sudden, he was dead in the blink of an eye. My gosh, the answer back so is gonna at least life the red.
Yeah, I definitely just like was watching that unravel in front of me, and I was like, he's still hitting him. Like I didn't think it was gonna be out that. I was like, okay, you're getting slapped up, He's still hitting him. Oh, he's still hitting him. Oh, he's actually just gone. Like I was not ready.
A normal person would have expected that to stop after maybe 3. It wouldn't have seen the KO. I mean, J3king with the side signature. Balthazar is still going to get back. Now, Rayman, despite not having any arms or legs, spending a considerable amount of time on his hair, he still is a very thick character, still is a very tanky character. That's some idea.
Okay. Oh, yes. Nice cut coming out there from Fiend. Man, Reaper and J3king did not have a good time at all. And now Reaper has to do this 2v1 with Zul, a low defense-ish legend. So it's gonna be tough. I don't know which stance he's rocking here, but he at least has 5. There we go. Zip Zop throws him down. Another Zip Zop. Oh no. How do you make it back from there? The answer is you don't. And Fiend and Balthazar absolutely annihilated J3king and Reaper there. That wasn't even close.
And that's what I would expect coming from a team like Fiend and Balthazar. And that's no disrespect to J3king and Reaper. You're fighting one of the best teams in South America, all of South America, and consistently one of the best teams in all of South America. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, one of the top 8 best teams. I'm talking top 3, top 2, possibly top 1 teams in South America. Just a different class of player altogether.
Yeah, that was not a great time for them. I mean, Fiend and Balthazar, we're just kind of expecting like, yeah, all right, you know, you expect them to get pretty far. Now, granted, when you're hitting a moment like this where it's like, all right, we're in winners semis, you're like, well, Reaper and J3king, it's not like they had an easy time getting here, so you would kind of expect it to be a little bit closer, and I think maybe this game might be that, but so far it's not looking that way. I was hoping the Crystal Temple pick might be the way for them to try and get a little bit less height on the platforms there to try to get some follow-ups, but it doesn't seem to make a difference at all. I feel like I haven't seen Reaper hit 1 cannon combo.
Yeah, he's throwing out some neutral lights here and there. You're seeing the side stick chasing across the stage. I don't really know what he's going for with that. I mean, he has opponents in orange, but they're not super deep in the red. Even from like the middle of the stage, like you're not really going to KO off of that, especially not a higher defense legend like Rayman. The recovery comes out. Oh. Neutral sig from J3king. Nice answer back. They can get the stock off of Balthazar. That might put him in a pretty good spot, but they're going to have to worry about the damage they take in the beat.
Man. Balthazar's unarmed is just going nuts right now. Like, oh, come on, man. Let him get back to the stage. He doesn't even want a weapon. He finally picks up a pair of gauntlets, but not until getting like 5 or 6 unanswered hits, unarmed. But there we go, finally dropping that stock there. Reaper was able to get that side sig. We saw J3king and Reaper try to go for a kind of impromptu team combo there, but Reaper wasn't able to get that side. Oh man, you see the helicopter and you're just like, what do I do, dude? Your reactions have to be on point. Well, right there, they were not. And now Fiend and Balthazar are kind of giving us this like a flashback episode. You know, it's like I could have sworn I seen this before.
They're just kind of giving you that previously on Naruto coming into this, just kind of laying out what happened in the first half of the fight before Naruto wants to pull out the Rasengan.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you see the flashback of Naruto on the swing, and then him and Sasuke do the friendship symbol. Like, you've seen it at least 1,500 times, but they gotta remind you what it's all about. Okay, now the question is, are we going to hear Sadness and Sorrow play as we head into potentially game 3 with the way this is looking? Now, they could collapse on a Fiend here and get the 2v1, and then they'd be in a really great spot. But can Reaper, like, I feel like Reaper's playing very scared versus Fiend. They're giving Fiend a lot of respect. Even in that 2v1 they had right there while Balthazar was responding, they didn't try to collapse on him and kind of close out his options at all. And I'm wondering if that's going to bite them here as Reaper barely making it back to the stage here. Now they're stuck in the corner. Fiend is ready to press N-Sig at any moment. Reaper manages to squeak through.
Recovery's going to take him out off the top. J3king trying to do anything he can. Balthazar was already queuing up the helicopter. Flight of the Valkyries was playing, but Fiend was there to finish it off before the bombs dropped.
Yeah, that was honestly, it was better. It did end up being better than game 1 toward the end there. It actually looked like they were in a position to potentially swing things to put it in their favor, but they just were not clutch enough, is basically what it came down to here. And we're seeing a legend swap from Reaper over to the Orion, which I think is a perfectly good pick. We did see some Orion a little bit earlier on the EU side dunk Master Supremo there with that Spear N-Sig, and J3king is kind of hovering over. Doesn't really know which legend he wants to go with here, and that's understandable. This is potentially the match that'll put you into the loser's bracket, and I think Barraza is a perfectly fine pick. No one's gonna be mad at you for picking Barraza. That's just facts.
Definitely a popular pick in 2s. We'll see how the blasters play out. Level 28 on this Barraza. Gonna go for the movement speed. It's gonna take 1 out of defense to hopefully get him schmoving a little bit more. Hoping he can maybe dip away from those hit boxes that a normal Barraza might just go ahead and tank with that higher defense. So we'll see. Still sitting at 7 defense, even with the -1. So still in a really good spot. And we're going to Shipwreck. We'll see if J3king wants to play with those gravity cancel axe neutral sigs on the corner, but they gotta worry about Fiend side signatures on Sword from the Val on the corner as well.
And I'm very curious about what J3king's blasters are like. Are we going to see any blasters, or is he just going to stick to the axe? So far, we've only got some axe gameplay, but it hasn't been too long to the match. There's still plenty of time to see if he ends up swapping over to the blasters at any point. But, you know, sticking with the heavy weapon, definitely not a bad idea. Blue team hanging on the right side here. That side sig gets punished, but while he gets stuffed there, definitely wasn't going to KO, but he would have been off stage. But now Balthazar's free to just kind of hang on the stage and throw out more attacks. Actually worked out perfectly for Team Red there. Unfortunate for Team Blue.
They're starting this game off pretty well. The recovery from Balthazar not going to KO off the top. Just had that force from the unarmed kit instead of the axe or the gauntlets. Reaper's still going to go for the dunk. I respect it. He was dead to rights anyway. Might as well go for the play there. At least get some more morale on your side. They're a little bit behind. Fiend has already dropped his first stock. J3king and Reaper have dropped their first stocks. They're looking for the KO on Balthazar to even this up. Sideair comes in just a little bit too stacked from Reaper. Not going to be the KO option yet. Balthazar grabs the weapon spawn, left side of the stage. Now he's back in the middle. Nice. D-Sig from J3king, one of the best in the game.
Easily, man. Oh no, that ground pound pretty much sealed the deal. That weapon throw for good measure to go ahead and secure that stock of the J3king. And now J3king is going to be the first to be on their final stock here in this game 3, potentially their last stock of the winner's side of things here if they can't make the comeback. And hold on, Reaper trying to get some sauce up there in top. Wasn't able to find much of anything though, and oh man, J3king is getting like demolished. Like the moment that it took for Reaper to come back to the stage, J3king got hit like 5 times in that team combo.
Saw Reaper throwing out the neutral signature on Spear over on the right side. He's trying to make up for how far behind J3king is here. Trying to go for the big plays. D-Light recovery going to take him out on the top.
Oh.
J3king is all but dead. Doesn't even have the dodge off of cooldown yet. Even if he did, it wouldn't matter. Couldn't cover enough room. Reaper in the 1v2. He's one stock staring at 4. Sidestick comes out, not going to KO Fiend. He's going to have plenty of juice to get back. Neutralite comes out. Oh, dropping the combo. Goes for the D-Light into the down air. I guess attempting to read the dodge.
Oh, wanted that sidelight. If you got the sidelight there, could have converted into big damage because I don't believe Balthazar had a dodge there. But now Fiend and Balthazar are trying to set up for a team combo here. Reaper wants to reset his jumps. Gets the dunk. That's going to be a good start here. 2 more stocks to go through here for Reaper. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but so far he's had a very great start. But the defibrillator comes out from Fiend, and there is no longer any reading on the vital signs for Reaper and J3king as they find their way torpedoing into the losers bracket.
Yeah, J3king on the Barraza that game was just kind of a non-issue. Only put out 233 damage. He was bullied all over the place, pinballed all over the place, taken out of the game very early on, forcing Reaper into that 1v2 situation. And it's just, again, it's 2 different calibers of player. Not good and bad, but like the best and great. And the best will be great almost any day of the week.
And that's the thing too, right? Like I feel like this weekend in particular, I've been able to see some teams that I didn't really have in that tier really step up. Like in North America, Snowy and Zakoi like really impressed me. I didn't expect them to get nearly as far as they did, and then they're sitting here taking